What's up, guys? This is GhostRobo, and we are here with Microbot for Xbox Live Arcade and PlayStation Network. It is my electronic downer, and I'm happy to bring you some great gameplay as we pick up episode 2. Uh-oh, what's this? Teleportation. We're leaving the sector. I don't know that I meant to do that or really wanted to do that. Alright, I guess we can be okay with it. I kind of want to go back, and I can't. Microbot is a very great game, if you couldn't tell from part 1, as we look to upgrade some more parts here. Hydro Nuke, we almost have. I do believe we have that missile launcher, so maybe we should put that guy on that we acquired last time. Okay, where is it? Micro Seeker. Let's put that guy on my right arm. We'll still have the gun on the left. I think it's really cool how this all looks in terms of you can customize these parts, and there's no requirement for symmetry at all. You can just do as you please. We're going to upgrade our paddle, and now we look like a giant little tadpole guy with homing missiles and fast things. White blood cell detected in vicinity. If white blood cell sees you, kill bacteria or robotic hostiles. It will become an ally. If you hurt a white blood cell, it will attack. Very cool. Alright, let's find the white blood cell. It can become our partner in crime here. And while the game is gorgeous and very relaxed and zen-like, oh, hey, bud. How is it going? There's my white blood cell. It can get kind of tedious, I guess, so I will try and regale you with tales of Best Buy and other weird stories. Oh, yes, now he is helping. Let's go. He's kind of gross looking. He looks like a giant ball. He's kind of hanging out with me, but he'll be a big help as we take out some of these robotic guys, allowing me to focus entirely on the robotic invasion. I like the homing missiles, how they can kind of go and target whoever they please as we swim around and fight off the main guys. This white blood cell is pretty crazy and comical. It's like a built-in co-op partner that we have to make sure we catch all of the Atom here. The atoms. Atoms. I don't know. What do you want to call them? Let's call them atoms, I guess. I feel like it's Adam from Bioshock 1 and 2, which I may remind you I made my number 8 game of the year, 2010, and that countdown is still continuing, both on my channel and on TGN Games. You can find it there. As we break apart this next little robotic thing. The white blood cell, where'd you go? Alright, there we are. Let's continue. Continue. So let's talk about games, and apparently we have to knock these things or something, shoot them, I guess. There we go. Alright, in years prior to 2010, I really was excited about the January time period, January through April, typically, January through May even, because it gave me a chance to catch up on all of the games that I had not beaten from the previous holiday. Last year sort of ruined that, as I had a couple games to finish, but things came out with a bang right from the start with Bayonetta, Mass Effect 2, Darksiders, Bioshock 2, all very early in the year. So I used to love, we're getting hit with some like spikes or something, some harpoons. I used to love those first months just because it gave me a chance to feel less guilty about my shelf of ever-growing games that I have not finished. Because I'm kind of someone who likes to finish games more than I do just play to enjoy, though I do enjoy them as I finish them, so it's kind of a win-win. But I'm very bad about buying every single game on launch day and not really being concerned about have I finished one or not. So, you know, I'll get, whatever, Fallout New Vegas, and I'll play that for a good chunk, and then, oh, next week out comes, whatever it was, Black Ops, and so immediately I'll start that. And I'm pretty bad about going back to games unless I have that gap. That break in the release schedule, and now with games coming out pretty much year-round, I'm kind of despising the fact that I probably will not finish majority of the games I have sitting there. And while I did beat 25 games in 2010, which isn't too terrible, as we die here, I kind of got stuck in the corner and couldn't see what was going on. I did beat 25 games, but I could have probably beaten a lot more, as I have a good another 25 stuck on my shelf, waiting and crying out for me. Please finish me! GhostRobo, please. And I will try my best to answer that call, but I feel like I can only probably get to 2 or 3 of them before things get crazy with Dead Space 2 on January 25th. God, there's another death. These guys are strong. They're very strong. I feel like I need to switch my loadout or something. But Little Big Planet 2 comes out, I believe, on the 19th, 18th? 18th, maybe. That sounds like a Tuesday. And so from there, it only gets worse. You got Bulletstorm, you got Brink, Crisis 2. These are all coming out. Dragon Age 2, these are all coming out the first quarter of 2011. And then we've got, the 3DS, which is totally going to change things. I don't think it's going to be a big hit for YouTube, because I don't know that there's any real way to capture that gameplay and do it justice, unless I turn the 3D completely off and try to record it that way. But we'll get to that when it comes. But let me ask you guys something as you watch this playthrough. How would you feel about a backlog series, like a backlog-a-thon, where I go to try to finish those games from 10, and some from 09, here in 2011? Would that be something you'd be interested in? And if so, what games would you like to see? I probably would not complete every game, but maybe do one game per episode or a couple episodes on a single game, depending on how you guys are liking that. So let me know in the comments, or write me a message. I like getting messages quite a bit, and I will take that into heavy consideration. Or any other suggestions you have, really. I'm here to please. I aim to please. So if you have any things that you especially like that I do, or videos that you especially don't like that I do, I would really like to hear about that in the comments. So keep me aware of your likes and dislikes, and I will use that to help make things better. You'll be seeing a video shortly with my New Year's resolutions for 2011. Oh yes, White Blood Cell back in action, buddy. Let's go. Those resolutions will be up, and I thank you guys all very much for helping me get to 320 subscribers. That's a great start. Less than 3 months, 320 subscribers. I am very pleased about that. I owe you guys a big thanks, and I've got some big goals for 2011. Short term, medium term, and long term. So look for that video coming soon. We'll probably attach it to some lovely Black Ops gameplay. Probably not Death Race, which I hope you check out. If you haven't seen my Death Race video, please go check it out. It's where I'm racing to get the most deaths in the match as opposed to the most kills. But Microbot is kind of moving along at a slow pace right now. I'd like to see maybe some more enemy variety or something a bit different. Because right now we're kind of in the identical environment as we've been in all game, and while it is pretty crafty and cool, it'd be nice to mix things up. I do like all these little changes though, where all of a sudden you're going through Bloodstream and your motion is affected, or here where we climb through this gook and we go very slowly through it just to get some more upgrade points and refill our health. It's got a very serene look to it. It's kind of one of those games that you like to play before bed, maybe. I got that way quite a bit with Pixel Junk Eden. I love all the Pixel Junk games, and actually this one reminds me quite a bit of Pixel Junk Shooter. But Pixel Junk Eden was one of those games with such a soundtrack that made me just want to go to sleep. And so there were definitely days where I'd play it before bed and just really relax and get calm and peaceful. And it did a great job of that. And Microbot, forget it. We're not going to be able to get all the items. These Bloodstream pushes are too much for our poor little bot and his poor little body. God, can't even fight against it. Ah! Uh-oh, missile turret. So yeah, Microbot fills that same void. Flower was another game that did that for me. I actually never really got into Flow. I tried the demo and didn't find it very interesting, so I didn't really play it. This guy does not seem to be being destroyed, so we're going to leave him be. That must mean we're close to an upgrade station, which could be cool. I don't know that we've collected any more parts. Is that like mucus following me around, this like yellow, white, tan thing? It's kind of gross. The game as a whole is pretty gross, I've got to say. If you sit back and think about, this is inside of you. We are playing inside of your body, or inside of a body like yours. There we go. Upgrade terminal. We've got some points. What should we buy? I wish we could buy this Hydro Nuke, but we can't. So let's look to upgrade. Can we upgrade this Seeker here? No. Yes. No. Oh, we have to hit X to upgrade parts. Good deal, Zach. Good memory. We have no defensive weapons so far. I don't know what we're going to get there or when we will get those. Let's upgrade the Seeker. Get him a little bit stronger. And yes, now we look like a mini Terminator of sorts, tearing through the village of the body. I don't know. That was I had something great planned and it just came out quite poorly. I'm really not sure how the game is structured in terms of, I know there's those different sectors, but I don't know if it's broken down in levels. I'm trying to figure out a good way to find a stopping point, you know, for these videos, and so far it seems just kind of be one continuous loop of insanity. But let's go climb through this stuff. Usually that leads to something good, and it does lead to some Adam pickups. And now that it's been, what, a good 7 days since Christmas, I think it's fair to assess my favorite gifts. And I've got to say that I probably would say my German strategy board games that I got, Lords of Vegas in particular, are my absolute favorite. That one would be my top best of the best. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's games like Carcassonne or games like Settlers of Catan, Puerto Rico. These are sort of the more introductory German Euro games that I was introduced with, but now it gets a whole lot crazier, a whole lot deeper with games like Twilight Struggle and Lords of Vegas, El Grande, Tigris and Euphrates. I just ordered Merchants and Marauders, which is a pirate-themed game that looks absolutely fantastic. And if you think I'm crazy, like, what are you doing, GhostRobo, playing all of these board games? They're not your typical board games. This is no Monopoly. This is no Clue. These things require strategy, take like 20 minutes to set up, and are a whole lot of fun. They take a long time, you know, usually between 45 minutes, and some games last over 3 hours. I played Lords of Vegas for the first time a couple days after Christmas, and it took me just over 3 hours to play with 3 people. But they are ever so worth it, and I strongly encourage you, if you haven't heard of these guys, or if you have any interest in playing something that piques your interest a lot more than, you know, Monopoly would, or a game of that caliber, go to BoardGameGeek.com, all one word, BoardGameGeek, and spelled as it sounds, and check out some of their games. You can sort by ranking, and they have a humongous community, so you'll really find, I feel, accurate appraisal of these titles as we die yet again here. But I absolutely adore them, and as I grew, I guess I got really tired of playing the typical stuff. I'm a big game guy, from video games to board games to sports. All that stuff just really scratches my itch for competitive combat, per se. But these Euro games really up it to the next level. And I know there's been a surge of popularity with games like Carcassonne coming to Xbox Live, and Ticket to Ride coming to Xbox Live. I believe Settlers is also on Xbox Live, but I don't know. I would find the physical board games far more fun than their digital counterparts, just because, gosh, it's very hard to avoid these bullets. I feel like we move very wavy, very wave-like, kind of lethargically through this environment. I push up, and my guy kind of just gently twists his body in that direction. We can bump into guys, we just can't be hit by their bullets, which is also a weird little touch as we navigate this level that I don't know when it's going to end. But yeah, go to BoardGameGeek.com, check out some board games. I'll probably make another video with my favorite board games, with some pictures and maybe some links to those. Give you guys some recommendations if that's something you are interested in. Bang, that's a card game. It's another good one that I got this Christmas. But Lords of Vegas is definitely my favorite, and it's probably currently my favorite board game. I feel like we're going in circles here. We're kind of just wandering around with no aim, and that's a very weird mechanic, that I can crash into these guys, but I can't be hit by them. And I believe only the blue atoms seem to restore my health. A lot of them are just giving me that XP bump and not restoring my health. I hope we're coming up to an end of the level here, because I noticed that we're running short on time. I may have to cut this a wee bit short as we pick up some more atom upgrades. I don't know how valuable it's going to be to gather all of them, as opposed to leaving some. There's probably an achievement for it. I haven't even looked, to be honest, which isn't very much like me. There is the Buckyball, so let's make sure we go and get that guy before we close things out here. But yeah, take a look at my death race and death montage videos from Black Ops. They're both pretty hilarious and pretty fun. And again, look for episode 3 of my Microbot series coming very soon to a theater near you, or at least a computer near you. We're entering a giant area. So as I go hunt for this Buckyball, I'm going to let you guys go, let you go enjoy your second day of 2011 while I enjoy mine. And until next time, we will see you later.